My experience as a tutor has been really fun. Meeting Sophia made it so easy to be like, well, obviously, I will do this. Sophia is 6 years old, and she's in first grade, and she loves butterflies and the color purple. And she's all the things that I would hope somebody would say about my kid. Virtual tutoring is no more of an interruption to my day-to-day flow than anything anybody else could ask me to do. I mean, it's almost better than real life tutoring because you don't have to drive there. You know what I mean? Like, you're saving time. This is like a life program. Sure, she's learning how to read, but also she is building confidence. She's building self-esteem. It is her whole life that we are helping to like mold at a very early age. I feel like I'm better for work the days that I do it because it's just so filling. Reading is foundational to legit everything we have to do. Can you imagine if that's the thing that you get to enable for somebody else? It becomes easy to say yes.
Literacy is foundational, right? There is not a thing that we interact with and that we touch in our lives that is not based foundationally in an ability to access written language. And so when we are thinking about what are the core investments that we can make, literacy is one of those foundational steps that once a child has acquired that ability to read and to read with fluency, they'll be able to access anything else they imagine or dream about. So I think community investing in literacy is not just investing in literacy, but it's investing in a child's ability to access and interact with their future aspirations and goals. I was the chief of staff in Detroit Public Schools for about 5 years. I know that if we can't measure it, it's really hard to replicate it. If we can't replicate it, we can't scale it. And so when we're dealing with large systems like CMS, we want to think about interventions that are going to work long-term, interventions that we can see not just at one school, but across a district. And when I heard Steve present, it immediately struck me about how data-driven they were in the approach at ALP, that they were really focused on outcomes and how they could create growth for students. To see that the data was consistent both in virtual and in person, it was really exciting when I thought about scalability, replication, and continuation of the program long term.
We began in the single digits with proficiency. Last school year, the success rate that we had, 52.2% of our students were proficient according to DIBELS. That was just the kindergarten through second grade data. We have not had that level of proficiency since I became principal, and this is going into my 4th year. And so to have that many students proficient and then racing toward that goal CMS has of like 90% proficient by 2029, I did not know if we would be able to meet that goal, but now I feel like just looking at our data and all the efforts that we're making, I do feel like it's obtainable. Sometimes you get partners and they want a lot, in return for what they're doing. But ALP hasn't required a lot of me, just to be open and to have a space for them to get to work. I will say with my partnership with ALP, I have been able to ask, they give me their word, and then follow it up with action. And when you have a partner like that that you can trust to do what they say they're going to do, yeah. Yeah, that's all I can say about that. I hear a lot of students now talking about what they want to be when they grow up, and those conversations were not being had a couple of years ago. Now they feel more confident and they do have that hope